Drinkwater Podcast.
Drinkwater Podcast, everyone. We're
Another
back.
Episode, back on the couch, nice and comfy.
We're back on the couch, nice and
Get your
comfy.
water.
Yeah, get the waters out. I actually don't have a water of my own. How long
I
can
don't
you?
even have my own water.
How long can you leave water out for? Because these waters have probably been out
Water,
for.
they go off. It's like a year, so that goes off 16th of September 2024.
That's such a crazy idea, having water on a use by date. Like, imagine having it like 2 months later. It's like, oh, dang, this water's gone off.
I don't really get it though, because I guess some of the water plants, I remember I looked it up, they take like years and they filter it for years. So I don't get what happens within a year here. Is it like the
Yes.
microplastics have now completely contaminated it?
I think it's
So
more
it's like
plastic. I honestly
timelines.
think it's plastic based. I think that's
But
the
then
issue.
if I get a borosilicate glass bottle, is it going to say, won't it still have a use by date?
Maybe that wouldn't have a use by date. I've heard it's only the plastic breaking down, I think.
Right.
I think.
I mean, this is all Googleable.
This is really Google. We've got a computer right
But we're not
there.
gonna
We're not
Google
going to
it.
do that
Not
right
gonna
now
do that.
because
Because it's Anzac Day.
it's Anzac Day. You don't Google on Anzac Day. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that. That's literally the number one rule is you don't.
So it's Anzac Day, 25th of April.
We're in the city and I've been hearing the silly horns and
Bloody
sounds
marching
and
bands.
the marching right at my window.
Now, lest we forget.
Lest
they
we
say.
forget.
Lest we forget.
Yeah, but it's how about maybe not right at my window?
Yeah.
How about? But then again, it's so funny living in the city
Maybe
and being
take
like,
it. Take it back to. I'm not even gonna make it.
take it. Yeah, I like the idea of just complaining about it's being in the city, and I choose to live in the city
Right
Like
next
it's-
to it.
I literally live right on the road as they do the march.
It's like I'm in King's Cross and there's someone that's like so there's old people like complaining about the clubbing.
Oh yeah, it's
It's like, where do you think you
Yeah.
moved to?
imagine moving to like rural Orange or something like that, and be like, where's
Where's
nothing,
the
where is-
nightlife?
what's the
There's nothing to
nightlife?
do. This is the worst town. What's wrong?
There's nothing going on here. But yeah, it's Anzac Day. No longer.
No longer.
According
What's
to
this article?
news.com.
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, Anzac Day claim sparks debate amongst Australians.
It's us.
This is a Twitter user. I always find it hilarious that when Australians are on Twitter. Let's see if we've got
Yeah, it's
this.
still up and coming.
It feels like it
Twitter in
really
Australia.
isn't taking
We're
off.
just not. We're not very political here.
Yeah.
In the same sense.
I don't think we are.
We're kind of old school political. People get involved in actual important things, but not the unnecessary.
We don't. Yeah, we're not going to
debates.
do like the Twitter debates.
Yeah,
that's
it's not going to be an
something
abortion
that's-
debate for 40 posts.
Yes, which I think is
20,000
productive.
comments.
I think it's really productive to have those
Is it?
debates on Twitter. It's good.
I mean,
'cause
you
it's-
both disagree. They're just arguing. They're not necessarily even debates.
Whoever gets the more likes seems to be
should
pretty
get-
fair. And it's almost like as a spectator, you're looking and being like, oh, wow, this person has a good point. Oh, that person has a good point. I'm going with this one. This
Good. I guess
person's
you
nailing it.
learn the other side's opinions.
Yeah, I feel like I might need some sort of a chair or something, but I don't want to get in the way of the camera. But I need a way to kind of have this computer a bit closer. Should I just do an old-fashioned, bring it up on the lap?
Just bring it up on the lap. Old fashioned.
I'll do the old-fashioned way.
Sponsored
Okay.
by Apple now, anyway. So.
I know. So I've got the logo right here. It doesn't light up anymore with the new one, which I really like. So let's see what's going on here. Australia is a society that dutifully gets up early every April 25th together. Match. I don't know what a match is. Match and remember our dead.
I'm sure it's an old word, probably not used anymore.
It's probably March.
Oh,
That's what I was. And I don't know what matching is, but I don't know. I've never gone matching before.
I think we'll just set it back to Brad Turner.
If we, yeah,
That'd be a
Brad
good
Turner.
Twitter post.
That'd be.
I don't get what match is, but I guess they march and remember.
The funniest thing in the world is like having a full-on post like this and just literally zeroing in on the tiny mistake that you can even overlook, and just doubling down on it. Be like, well, I don't know what
Make
matching
mistakes
is.
anymore.
You can't make mistakes. It's too much fun to be like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I don't know what matching is. So anyway, I'm just literally going to shut this thing
Shut
down.
the article. Could be about talking about anything. I literally
Talk about
imagine if
anything.
it is something called
Yeah,
match.
imagine it is. Yeah.
What does
It
match
could
even
be.
mean?
Well,
Mac?
what could match Mac? Mac
Google
and remember our dead. What have we got? Speeches are made. Politicians speak of sacrifice and honor whilst possessing and embodying neither. Oh, okay. The same society that holds paramount ideals
A
of
match is a number.
egalitarianism.
a quantity,
Mateship.
fluid dynamics, the speed of sound.
I think
they're
I don't know
referring-
if he's talking about that. I think he's talking about. I think he was.
A
Trying
misspell.
I think he was trying to get it much. Okay, we don't do any.
Kind of boring at this point.
What is this
Whatever we're
post?
reading.
Yeah, I know. This is just. What are they trying to say? Basically, he's trying to get at we're remembering all these things and marching for these things while doing nothing of the sort. We're not doing anything to.
We need to go fight in Gallipoli, and then
We
we'll
need to
come
be doing
march.
these things. Yeah.
Who were they fighting? Was it the French or German?
Oh, here we go. So they're talking about a pointless war. He's basically saying
We're
talking about
glorifying
this.
a pointless war.
No, we're talking about how this war was so pointless and so tragic.
Yeah.
Yet we're about to head into one with American China. That's his whole idea.
Right.
Which is
So we're the new Anzacs.
We're going to be the new Anzacs if we go into this war
We
with
fight
China.
in a digital war on Twitter. Maybe just like Twitter debates with China.
Yeah.
Chuck translate on, and we're just.
Is that what he's trying? I think that's what he's trying to get at. We're doing the same thing with China.
That'd be kind of cute if humans are like, maybe we'll just chill on the war and we'll just argue on Twitter.
That'd be a good
And
one.
whoever wins
Whoever gets the
gets
most
the
likes.
land.
Yeah, that could be really good.
You just got to accept defeat, move out of your country, go become a
Yeah,
refugee
you gotta go.
somewhere.
You didn't have a good enough GIF response. This guy did like hit
Literally
you
got
with
10,000 likes, that gif. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He hit you with like the ghost in Modern Warfare.
He did a mic drop.
Too. Yeah, like it's I like that idea. Who can be the funniest? Who can be the wittiest on Twitter?
Trump, that's why he won.
That's true. That's actually really true.
Twitter war right
You've
there.
got to kind of be
Not to
a
ban him, he was
Twitter
so
comedian.
good. Yeah.
Elon Musk is a Twitter comedian.
It's hilarious.
It seems to be like the highest. It's the most respected position you could possibly have.
Yeah.
I think in the world as being a successful Twitter comedian.
It's like on the verge of trolling, but it's
Yeah.
more. What would you call
more
it?
impactful.
More impactful, but it's not trolling.
It's like social commentary in a real
Social
fun
commentary
way.
in a very satire way.
Yes.
Not
yeah,
taking life too seriously.
completely.
It's a bit of a joke.
And
Make a bit of
addressing
joke about
really
everything.
serious topics at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
Like
kind of
he's-
like, the best comedians.
Yeah, he's got $100 billion company and he make a joke about launching the rocket.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
yes. Even like Twitter comedians in general, I find are they're doing kind of the Lord's work.
Yeah.
What it is, the reason Twitter comedians are like held in such high regard, they're not making any money.
Well, yeah.
They're doing this literally for the love of the
Pure
game.
comedy.
There's no money in Twitter.
Yeah.
There's
Except for
literally no
donations now, yeah.
now. Yeah. But in general, there's no real like money in Twitter to the point where
Can't monetize.
yeah, it's not that they're an Instagram person. It's not like they have a YouTube account where they're doing like breakdowns. They're just doing these tweets and have like 1 million followers and get nothing from it.
Who was the OG? Lil Nas X was a Twitter...
He was a great Twitter comedian.
Twitter
Yeah.
comedian.
It is like a thankless job.
Mm.
And I think people, straight up respect
You
it.
can definitely turn it into a multi-million-dollar business.
If you have a
You've
skill,
got the
though,
audience,
if
yeah.
you have a skill, I find most of them never do. I find they're like they're the real deal.
Gosh. Fight the
Um,
real fight.
I like this one. Horrible, awful sight during dawn service. So there's, what have we got here?
Oh, they spattered... God, where is that?
Here stands a murderer. The statue at Macquarie Park. Oh, Lachlan Macquarie. Okay, British Army officer. So what they did, they put blood all over the Lachlan Macquarie statue.
What did
Gosh.
he do?
And here we go. They've got like handprints in blood. Here stands a murderer. On Anzac Day.
I don't know what that has to do with Anzac Day, though. It's not like he was an Anzac.
What it is like, it's the whole idea of mourning.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to spend this whole day mourning the Anzacs, but you won't do anything there's no mourning for the indigenous people.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect
And there's a
idea.
whole day, a public holiday for
Yes.
it.
And we mourn,
Whole
and we
city
get up
shuts
early.
down.
And
They
we
spend
hear-
millions and millions
Yeah.
of dollars. All
We
the
hear this-
soldiers are out with their trophies. We
This-
can hear it right now.
This
Stupid
bagpipe,
saxophone.
yeah,
They're
that
not in
bagpipe
Ireland.
loop,
Scotland.
yeah. It's the same loop. There's a loop. It's like da na 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 na. Then it goes into the same thing again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different one. I haven't
Genius.
heard them do that. It's still a variation of the same loop, but we're hearing that all day long.
Yeah, so I've heard this discussion for a while. An indigenous artist, rapper, made a song about it.
Oh, about Lachlan
About
Macquarie.
the Anzacs.
Lachlan Macquarie sounds like a kid
And it
nowadays.
was something like F these Anzacs or something very
Really?
crazy. I
Oh,
think he
she's going
performed
at
in
it.
Perth and it got shut down mid-performance.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Ziggy Ramo. Was it?
Yeah, and it was just comparing the trauma of Indigenous people to the Anzacs and why they get all this celebration and they kind of get nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Classic
Which is
idea.
very important.
Great idea. It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
It's very in your face. If you are an Indigenous person, or if you are a person who cares about that, Australia Day happens. Everyone's kind of just awkward. Anzac Day happens. It's like, no, we're showing our respects.
Yeah. Minute
Seriously.
of silence.
Yeah, minute of silence. Honestly, some terrible stuff went on today.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, like we're gonna keep playing that bagpipe
All
loop
day.
all
They're
day
flying
long.
planes over.
Yeah.
The big jets. It's probably going to be more later.
I think you should be hearing a didgeridoo all day long
Yeah.
on Australia Day, just as a reminder.
Yeah.
And just straight up, everyone has to kind of get up early and go to these marches in the streets, or just like show respect. Morning.
Something. Let the
Something.
community decide what they want.
And I feel that's why this Anzac Day is going to be a tricky one.
Yeah.
And it's awkward because, like, I guess
I'm
if you
keen
were
for
a
Anzac Day
soldier...
to get cancelled.
Really? Oh, here we go. What is it? 3 words you can't say today. So there's a lot of stuff going on about Anzac Day. What do we got?
Inappropriate disrespect.
What are these phrases? What are the 3 words you can't say?
Good morning.
Happy Anzac Day.
Oh, I can't wait to use that. That's hilarious.
That's crazy. That's
Be the title of the episode. Happy Anzac Day.
could be. Goodness gracious.
So our great grandpa was a trainer.
Right.
in the
Okay.
Australian
yeah.
Army.
So we have some.
So
we have some.
yeah, we're
We're part of this. We're involved in
part
this.
of
Yeah. And I feel disgusted when I see this woman say Happy Anzac Day. Because I think about the family it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one. Because it's a touchy issue.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is...
People died.
Yeah, because people died. It's the whole idea on Australia Day. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Everyone's so quick to
Quick
be
to
so
dismiss,
disrespectful and just be like,
I'm putting
"Get
up my flag. I'm in my beard, mate. Who cares? It happened a bloody... How dare
How
they
dare
on
they.
Anzac? Have some respect, son. Do you know what they did for this country? No,
It's
but God bless
perfect.
them. Like, love the
Yeah,
Anzacs.
yeah, of course. And it's a tricky one because it's
But it could
like,
be a happy day. I don't know why it has to be so depressing as well.
they died.
For the country.
Yeah,
They didn't die, so we're all like...
It was a pointless war. That's a lot of the idea.
So they didn't even die for the country. Is that...
I
is that what you're trying to
guess
say?
it's like they didn't need to be there. They died in vain. There was no real reason. It was like a unwinnable war.
Right.
All
And
this
it
sort
wasn't
of
even
stuff.
So there was like Kokoda. They died for Australia. They were on the front lines of the country. If we lost Kokoda, they were in Australia. We had drawn up lines to half it, everything.
Right.
So they died for defending the country.
I like this idea. I've got no idea about any of the history of any of this or
We'll just
any
make it up.
information, but we'll make it up.
The
And I'm just gonna
Anzacs
give
is
a
the
strong
Boer
opinion.
War in Africa.
So they went to Kokoda. Wait, Hitler was there?
Hitler was in Kokoda.
Hitler was there.
He was on our side, I think. I don't know. Where are we?
Yeah, where are we? You
The
can't say
time
it.
traveler. So
Yeah.
I'll tell my little time traveler story.
Yeah, and then we can
Photos of it
then we
all.
could go back to some more Anzac Day stuff. Yeah. So this apparently you saw a time travel.
Yep. So I was walking to Betty's Burgers. Shout out, horrible burgers.
I went to Betty's Burgers. Actually, no, Betty's Burgers is
We'll just
great.
go on a whole tangent of
Yeah, we
Betty's
got a whole-
Burgers.
Betty's Burgers is great, by the way.
Horrible, but
What's horrible about it?
it's kids flipping patties.
Is it?
Forgot our drinks. It was just.
Oh, so you had bad
I've
service.
never
at
had a
Betty's
good
Burgers.
experience. So
Really?
Every single time something goes wrong.
I've gone to Betty's Burgers. It's been
Uncooked,
great.
undercooked. Is
You should ask for your burgers well done as like a.
I don't have to.
It's a-
Is
It's
this
just
steak?
you should do that as a general rule of thumb.
Well, I'll probably
ask
just
for
bring
your
out
burger.
charcoal. On
That's true. They'll go a little bit. They'll go a little bit overboard. I like Betty's Burgers. I think they're.
I wasn't expecting much. So
Have you had their concrete?
they're concrete.
Yeah, the
the
frozen
drink.
custard.
I don't. Do I look like I eat frozen custard?
You should give it a try. If you have a frozen custard after a burger with some of their nice chips, it's like, come on now.
Guarantee I'll never try it in my life. But
You'll never try it in your life. Really?
maybe I'll try it if someone had it and offered it to me.
It'll change your life.
Convince me.
It'll literally change your life.
I guarantee it would not change my life at all.
What's so annoying is I went to your Betty's Burgers and they've got no custard. They've only got soft serve.
They don't have much at all. Though.
Yeah, they don't know much at all. So I hate Betty's
They
Burgers.
don't even have customers. I don't even know. It's a front, surely. I think Ibrahim runs that. I don't know.
Anyway, so you're passing Betty Burgers.
We're about to cross over to the Coke sign, and I see this man in this 1930s suit. He had the hat on, the whole shebang.
How old is he?
He's 40.
Around a 40-year-old.
Hard to tell. 30, could have been 50, probably 35. I
Yeah,
have
just
no
like
idea.
an average man.
Average man.
Like he's out of Mad Men.
Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
out of bad, but he had that
Don
hat,
Draper.
the hat that everyone used to wear, the hats.
Ah,
He used to
okay.
wear in like the
Yeah.
30s.
Right.
And it's just on the corner there, just staring at the city, just blank. Like
Yes.
he's looking up at a spaceship or something, just like entranced.
Right.
And it was just the weirdest vibe I've ever gotten from a human being ever in my life.
Ever in your life,
Ever.
this is a new...
Travel to countries, seen crazy people.
Yeah.
All kinds of people.
Never seen anything like this
I've never
before.
felt a vibe like that. Maybe I put it on in my head.
Yeah.
But it was just the weirdest. It was like I'm convinced he was a time traveler.
Right.
And he had this big iPhone with no case, shiny as hell, looked brand new.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
holding it like, I don't even know how to explain. He was just holding it like he's never held an iPhone.
Like this, kind of...
It was just very much like, it was like that. He was holding it like this.
Oh, okay, so he's holding it on the side.
He's holding
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in the weirdest way. And he's just there staring at the city just in shock.
Interesting.
And I don't know. I'm just convinced he was a time traveler.
No,
And
I
now
like
I'm
it. I
convinced
like
that
it.
Time travel exists.
So this is a time traveler. Do you think it's happened a few times? Or
He had that
he's-
hat, the apple. It was just like it was
Oh, yeah,
scary.
like a
it was
top hat.
weird.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very weird.
Gosh. Okay, no,
And
I
the
see that.
clothing, I'd never seen clothing look like that. Like everything looked different. Like he was from a different time.
Like he didn't go to a thrift store.
His
He
face
like straight
looked
up.
different. Like he was from a different time. Everything about him looked different. He smelt different. It was
Yeah.
a different human.
So you got close enough to smell him.
Walked directly past him. Had the weirdest vibe I've ever felt in my life. Crazy.
Body odor?
No. Just like a weird, unfamiliar foreign smell.
Right.
Just strange.
She's not using like Rexona Sports.
And it was just like, where's he from? Like, he's not from the country.
yeah.
Like, you see country people all the time. I worked at the Easter show. We've been to the country many
Yeah,
times.
of course.
Been all around Australia. It's like there are no people that dress like this anywhere. It's not a thing still, where people are out somewhere dressing like this.
Because my first thing would be like he's like a hipster that's living in Potts Point and he's like trying to do like some weird sort of revival
There's
thing.
heaps of hipsters around that do all kinds of moustaches and clothes, but it was just different. It was just like he was so on point with the clothing. He wasn't
Yes.
missing it. There was nothing more.
There was nothing ironic. There was nothing. There was no
Nothing.
sense of like I've gone to a
There
store
was
to
no
do this.
brands. They were all like unknown brands.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it was like some Men in Black alien tracker. It's crazy. I'll never forget it ever. It was insane. I wish I took a photo.
It'd be great if you really like. Let's say you're in King's Cross and you see him again.
If I do, I'm asking.
He's like walking. Are you actually?
I'd be like, "Hey, what's your name, sir?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Right."
Yeah. And he like, what happens as soon as you introduce yourself to him, you start disappearing.
Or I'll just be like, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Just weird. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm convinced now that time travel or something's weird.
Something's gone on, and they were testing it out. This man's alone. Is he just?
He was alone, dead alone, brand new iPhone, holding it super weird.
Yeah.
Clothes crazy, like just straight out of the 30s.
Yeah.
There's nowhere in Australia where people dress like that still. Anywhere.
Okay, here we go. So playing this one through.
Yeah. Bring it into reality.
Yeah, bring it
Who
into
is this
reality
guy?
right now. We're in the 1930s. You think you'd pin it as 1930s? It must have been from
I'm not. I'm not an expert on all, but I guess
50s at the latest.
I'd say even 1890s to 1880s
Oh, wow.
to
Okay.
60s.
To the 60s, so he
Yeah.
could have been from 52.
Yep.
Okay, so let's say man went on the moon at 64,
Nine.
69 or something in
Yeah.
the 60s, and
Fake
that's
moon
a
landing.
pretty insane thing, like feat.
Yeah. If it happened.
What's happening? He was someone who was working potentially on the moon landing. Because I'm trying to think about just technology around the time where
He's
where
from
there.
America.
He's an American guy.
He's an American.
Yeah, he's an
From
American
New York
guy.
or LA.
Yes, because you try to think about like advancements in like technology.
Yeah.
where have there been the most advanced, like...
Oh, you're trying to say,
moments of-
where did he time travel?
Yes.
Where was this time
When,
traveling
what
machine?
moment? What moment? Because let's say I'm imagining he's a guy working for NASA
Yeah.
in the 60s. He has access to a crazy amount of equipment and machines and like the latest technology. He has like a side project by himself. This guy's a genius. He's like one of the most respected scientists or something at NASA. Highly involved in, I would say, like the moon mission.
Yeah.
He's at home using the same technology, and he has constructed a time machine.
But it was even, to go on another possibility, that
Yes.
he's from the future.
Where people have gone back to dressing weird.
Either that or he hit a couple of spots. So he's like, oh, I'll jump to the 30s and I want to go check out 2023 as well. See what that's all about.
Oh, okay. So he was hanging out in the 30s, and he was like, "Oh, this is how we dress." He just got used to it.
and he's
He's
like, oh, you'll be fine in 23. Like, people are weird.
Not much
still.
has changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You could still wear that. Do a quick jump
Interesting.
there, have a little look.
yeah, yeah. But he's from the future. He's got the iPhone. He's like, "This is so old. I can't believe that's such a blocky thing."
Yeah.
But then again, he's been spending some time in the 30s.
It was
And he
just,
got
it
used to
looks
it.
like a prop. Maybe he just walked off a movie set.
Yes,
Probably the most real.
That's. They're
Like,
also
yeah, they're
filming
shooting
it.
that
Yeah,
old
they're
film,
literally-
right?
like Downton Abbey or something like that. Yeah, literally, it's down the road.
That
Yeah.
makes more sense.
And he's
I'll be
like,
able to
trying
sleep
to figure
tonight.
out when
I
he
haven't
can.
slept since, but
Yeah, it's a scary one. And I like the idea that it could all kind of go crumbling down. It's probably, he's in character.
So that's good to talk it through. Yeah, okay. So maybe
Yeah.
he's come from a movie set.
Yeah.
He's an actor of some kind.
Yes.
Background. Okay.
Background actor. He's just going out for a lunch break. He just hit up that Subway,
Yeah.
and he's just eating the
He
Subway. and
doesn't
he's
come
like,
to the
"What
city
time?"
much. He's just checking it out.
He's like, "What time have I got to be back? I can't even see. What's their scheduling? Like, when are the extras
Yeah.
meant to come on? Oh, 3:30, is it? 3:30. Okay.
It was at night time, though.
This is at night.
It's like 7 o'clock
This
at
is
night.
last night.
No, it was like a week ago.
Oh, a week ago. I was thinking it was right now, and I was
No.
like, let's go back and find him. So this was at night time.
7 o'clock. He's directly under the Coke sign.
Directly
As if he almost out of that sign.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
it's some blip spot.
I want to
that
go
you
back
could-
to the time travel.
Yeah.
So I like the idea that he's a guy from the 60s
Yeah.
working on the space mission, had this, built the time machine. It
But-
worked.
It was before the 60s. It's more 30s when they all
think
wore
30s.
hats. It's older.
Maybe there was some sort. Maybe he's Russian.
Didn't
I'm trying to
look-
think when.
Looks English.
He looked English.
Like 1930s England.
Yeah, maybe
Or
he
America,
had
or
some sort of
Australia.
access. He's like at the top of like advancements in technology and science at the time, and he did it.
I just wish someone else could experience it because, wow.
Yeah, seeing a guy time
I just
travel.
wish you could. No, just seeing him.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be a good prank dressing up as a time traveler. I'm sure someone's done it. You find like the perfect old suit. You have like an old iPhone and you just hold it super weird. And like,
Yeah, you just walk
like
around
this
strange.
and just wig people out.
Sure, it wasn't like Jamie Zoo or just some like like actual pranker. He's like, yeah, guys, today we're doing the time travel prank. Excuse me, sir. Do you have directions to it's like talks
Old
about some
Sydney
building?
Street?
Yeah, Old Sydney Street. And it's like, yeah, I
And
think
I'm
it's
like,
that way.
Whoa. Whoa. You look. It's like, it's just a prank guy. It's just a
Right,
there.
dude. Anyway, cheers. No, you're a legend. No, cheers. You want food? I'll get you some food for that.
Get you a Pizza Hut.
I'll get you a pizza. I just got this man a Pizza Hut just for being a good sport. I love that's the idea. You just, if we're being like nowadays, you just have to give people things.
Yeah.
Like you have to come across as a really good guy. I watched like the,
content.
what was it, the Aiden Ross video, the last Aiden Ross video where he meets Donald Trump,
Yeah.
and then at the end he gives $10,000 to like all the staff at the front desk of his hotel,
Oh, true. Fresh.
which was
Did you
cool.
see the Donald Trump on the Nelk podcast?
No, I watched a little bit of it. I don't know why I got bored. I was kind of like, I don't
True.
care anymore. That he's been on.
It's crazy to see how competent he is compared to Biden. It's kind of shocking.
Really?
Just how he can talk and hold a conversation and grasp reality at such a profound level.
Oh, so you
and
hate-
relate to the youngsters. And
Ah,
blah, blah, blah.
true,
He's just
true.
awake, you know? It's just like he's there.
Yes.
Extremely-
Yeah. One thing with Donald Trump I noticed with that interview was
So funny.
whatever he possesses, his personality traits,
Genius.
he hasn't aged.
Yeah.
He went through a presidency and didn't age.
Yeah.
because I think he was so confident, he didn't get stressed out. I think he literally
like Obama with the cigarettes and went grey.
literally goes completely grey.
Yeah.
Everyone literally ages like double time. He leaves just as youthful as he went in.
And I love his just his attitude, just his like idea of reality. He's like, I'm gonna go see Kim Jong Un. I want to see what he's about.
Yeah.
He got him. He's like, I got him the Rocket Man album. Because he's like the Rocket Man, and it was like made in South Korea, so we like scratched that stuff off. I knew he wouldn't like that.
That's crazy. It's like
It's just funny.
it's such a troll, and it's perfect.
And he's like, me and Putin were always like, when I was president, I would always go back and forth. Like, we need to get rid of nukes. Like, we're just gonna, what are we doing? We're gonna blow up the world? This is stupid. Like, we need to ban nukes across the world. It's getting really silly. I mean, how are we gonna make money if we're all dead? You know, he's just like businessman.
Is that who you need?
Yeah, he's like, no one's making money if we're all nuked to death.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't funny. It's scary. I don't want to do that.
It's crazy because I assume like any other leader would be so like touchy and gentle and be like, we need to have a conversation.
Professional.
Yeah, really professional.
All
Like
this, like,
this da has consequences and like use threats and stuff like that. Come in it from a real like threatening angle. Be like, you wouldn't want something to happen to.
and have a fear, and it's just like, we can't go speak to Kim Jong Un. He's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't know what could happen.
It's like what we're gonna do. We're gonna threaten like this area of Pyongyang or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're gonna literally show him photos of what we can do, and
I
he'll
feel
get like an email of like, so if you do this, we'll respond with this, just to let you
They
know.
had like a Twitter video, and it was like,
Yeah.
Kim was like, I have a bomb. I have a button on my desk
Yeah.
that will end your country. And Donald Trump's like, I have a bigger button on my desk. And I feel like Kim Jong Un probably just respected that, and he's like, "This guy's funny. I like this guy. This guy is a funny guy. I want to meet this guy. He's not like the other world leaders.
yeah.
He's not some weirdo, like
Dang.
just behind the military, just like not even willing to
Of
communicate.
course, of course.
And treat me like I'm just
Taking it
some-
seriously, treat me like I'm some actual villain.
Yeah, treat me
Yeah.
like I'm literally just gonna end the world. He's like just taking me a bit more serious, and he's like, "Yeah, let's chat. If you want to do that, I'll be about that as well."
Yeah.
You know, if you punch after a few jabs,
It's good because what it did, it like made the world quite childish.
yeah.
Nothing really matters. And that's the thing at the end of the day. Nothing really does matter.
Yeah.
And you can kind of be childish at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Everyone can make those silly jokes. And
It's like the part of growing up when you're a kid, you think adults kind of get everything and know everything that's happening. And then you reach that age and like, no one knows.
Yeah, no one knows what's
Everyone's
going on.
lost.
Yeah.
Everyone's this kid
Yeah.
that just grew up.
and
he's
Donald
just
Trump was the
faking it.
first person to go in and be like, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it. He's not going to admit I don't know what's going on, but he's going to approach it with like the attitude of a child,
Yeah.
which is probably a good
Works.
thing.
Neil deGrasse Tyson always talks about that. He's like, the greatest scientists need to look at everything like a kid. Experiment. It's like kids. They like pick up sand and they like eat it.
Yeah,
They, like,
yeah.
Throw it. And they're just like experimenting. Like,
Mm.
go about it a bit more childish.
We need to be a little bit more childish. We need to go.
Like, holy crap. Not that childish.
Because it's the whole idea that really adult things happen, really terrifying things happen in the world, and it's like we can't treat it like a joke because things get so real.
Yeah.
But is that the wrong way of looking at it? It's like we need to literally force ourselves into being more childish
Yeah.
in order to, I don't know, because I feel if we do become like so threatening and so
Serious.
serious, everything
Russia.
can-
It's just a bit like intense.
Yeah. But then Vladimir Putin's got like a childish, all these people have like a childish element to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if, what is it, is it President Z or is it of China?
I'm not sure, yeah, how to pronounce it.
What was it? There's a great video on YouTube where it's like, what's up, Beijing?
Who says that?
Z.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah.
As a joke.
No, I don't know if it's AI. I want to get this up.
Sure.
I
It's
wanna
getting
get this
scary,
up.
this AI.
I know,
It's
'cause
just
I
getting
literally-
ridiculous.
I literally...
I saw like these photos of like these Indian grandmothers like longboarding. It's just
Really?
identical. It's just like, this is like what is life anymore if you can just create these identical images?
yeah, because this is the thing. Like, I don't know if this is real
How
or
can
not.
you verify things?
It's so subtle, this thing. Wait, here's the video. Was that Beijing? Watch it again.
But why would he be speaking English? They don't.
Beijing? Yeah, is it like
Is it too?
Oh.
Is it the like?
Is it how
they've translated it, or he recorded an English version.
I know. I literally don't know. I literally don't know if it's real. It must be
Yeah.
real because he's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's not being like...
Sounds real.
Sounds very real.
It's not
Sounds like
weird.
something he would say.
Yeah.
It's just the idea of the way of writing was up with the two Z's.
Yeah.
And that's the title,
Was
was up Beijing. It's so like cool. And that's because that's what people really want.
I like him. He's fresh. He's funny.
You like seeing?
Well, I just like the idea of having I don't know if I like it, but it's an interesting idea of just having a leader for the whole time, not like a new guy every 4 years.
Right.
That has a new vision.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
like, we're going to do this. And then you guys like, we're going to do this. He's like, we're just going to stay on this track.
Interesting.
We're not Virgin. I'll be in control the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. So you think it's a
Like
good...
it's beneficial.
Right.
Stops incompetence.
So a
of all these-
dictatorship's good.
In ways.
Okay.
You know, we should go back to like 1800.
We should just...
Milo, yeah, I don't know.
Because the
What
whole
was he?
idea
He
of-
was debating Destiny. He's like, I want to go back to 12.
Oh, let's talk. Yeah, the quick one before we wrap it up. The Milo and Destiny debate.
Insane.
I haven't watched all of it. You just came across
Just
as
the
drunk.
opening is like,
He was drunk.
he looks more than drunk.
Yeah, and I couldn't even
Off his
really.
head.
Yeah, I couldn't even really
He can't
keep
even
up
open
with what
his
he was.
eyes at the start. And
Yeah.
he's going on, it's just like
I couldn't understand what he was trying to
extremely
say.
Offensive.
Yeah.
Just creates this like, he just starts off. He's like, how dare you? be?"
Yeah. I couldn't
It's like, are we here
understand
to
it.
discuss it? You just here to like threaten me and then just diss me and my wife and then.
Yeah. I
It's
couldn't
very
understand.
childish.
What was it about? I couldn't. What was the angle? I literally couldn't understand what he was trying to get at, and
I don't
it
know
was
what
like
he was-
rambling, and I
It's
literally
just
turned it
in
off.
Texas, they've had all these like battle of the minds. So just all these
Yeah.
big thinkers just all coming in.
Which I
talking.
love. Such a
Yeah,
cool
it was
thing.
really good.
Such
like,
a
there's
cool
the,
thing.
Did you watch him and Alex Jones?
I didn't watch
It's
the Alex.
hilarious.
I
I
saw
was
that
like-
one come up.
It's like
That
Alex
was-
Jones is a funny guy.
Right.
And he
yeah.
kept it very funny.
Yes.
And you're just like, when he'd lose, he's like, I don't know, it's just hilarious.
Really?
He's like, no, Twitter's fine. Meta's fine. Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg should be the king of the world. I like it. I actually really like it. China's not doing anything to try to overtake our country. It's actually really good. But there's a bit where his wife comes on stage.
Alex Jones'
Alex
wife.
Jones. And she like, comes up and like hugs him.
Yeah.
And then you see her like try to grab the mic.
Oh, why?
So,
Because
I
he's
don't know,
talked too
someone
much.
offended him about something. No, she's like trying to yell it. I don't know, get a point across.
Oh, she's trying to get
And
the
he's
mic.
kind of like, and
Yeah,
then he walks
yeah.
off. And then she comes back. And Goes
Really?
away again. So there's some drama going on.
I do need to watch that.
It's
I think
hilarious.
It's beautiful, this whole idea of the meeting of the minds, these
Oh,
debates that are going
it's
on.
what you need.
It's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
This is the way forward.
Yeah.
This is literally the way forward.
Yeah.
Just these big debate people.
And you see a lot of these people kind of agree on a lot of things.
100%. As soon as you
kinda
start,
cool.
It's crazy because maybe conversation's becoming more and more normal to the point where most of these debates, people will reach like, oh yeah, we kind of.
Agree on a lot
I
of
get,
things.
yeah, I really get where you're coming from, and especially the way Destiny does it, where he's so quick to do the whole devil's
He's
advocate
just
thing.
extremely intelligent.
Yes.
And realistically.
Yeah.
And he'll just have his points. He's like, well, like, just bring it out of that conspiratorial Twitter space.
Yeah.
Where you're quoting all these things. And it's like, well, that's that's fake. So what are you talking about?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they're
yeah.
Like, all this. It's like, but I just said that's fake, and you know that.
Yeah.
It's like, but oh, yeah,
Maybe it's being a master of playing devil's advocate.
yeah.
He's literally a master, and I think he has a passion, and he's one of the greatest debaters of all
Yeah.
time, to the point where there's actually progress
Yeah.
when you have someone like this in a debate,
I
because
think-
he's so easy to switch teams.
Yeah.
He can like switch. He's like a professional debater to the
Just
point where
pure
it's like,
based.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Or
well,
tries his hardest
let
to
me
be purely
yeah.
based.
Yes, and let me go to your side now.
Yeah.
And let me start. Okay, and he can do that literally with
And be
keeping
like, yeah,
an
I
open
agree.
mind.
You can't censor all these right-wing people. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yes.
That's a really bad thing.
Yeah,
Creating
yeah.
horrible echo chambers. He's a fan of Rumble. He's on Rumble now.
Is
He's
he?
like, I like that. I want to hear not like all these crazy
Yeah.
points. I want to be on Twitch where everyone's just left-wing. And it's just
Yeah.
Hassan. Like, that's stupid. It's just like, it's boring after a while. You need all the crazy. Even Hassan would want that. That's all he does is to react to these people. That's his whole
true.
career.
Yeah, that's his entire
is
career.
to make
these
fun
people.
of right-wing.
Yeah.
He would be nothing without them. He needs
Yeah,
them.
that's very interesting. That's very.
It's literally like, what would he complain about and make fun of all day? Because they are funny. He needs them. And it would be better if they were on the same platform.
That's true. And maybe when
And
they're
they
all
could
gone.
cross-pollinate, yeah.
Yeah, what's actually going to happen when he's... Then you'll have to start going after the real Then he'll probably start losing people. He'll start going after the Tim Dillons and
He'll
stuff
have
like
to.
that.
I'm sure he's on a contract or something.
Well, what time is it?
I need to go. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway,
Drink
folks,
water.
Drink Water podcast.
We'll be back.
We'll be back again. Good night.
Battle in German,